Well, we're back.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yes, all the people in future YouTube as well. Which I've been getting very saucy with my YouTube episode descriptions that aren't for specifically games. Mostly just because, like, in this game, I try to keep it all respectful because of how, like, serious and cool it is. But with everything else, I've just been like, if you open up any of my YouTube episode descriptions, it's just, wow. That was a train of thought. Uh-huh.
How long until you think Sarah does grow taller?
Do
you think Morgan
you know
would buy them just a pair of platformers?
No. Morgan's petty. They like looking down on them. Remember how petty they were? I got a nickname. You didn't like being called Spearmint? I don't comment. But yeah, no, if you want to check those out. Or check out some of my other, like, post uploads, because I did not actually directly copy yesterday's Blue Sky post into the YouTube episode description. I almost did. But yeah, hey, we're back. We want to start going around the horn. Skelly, do you want to go first for us?
Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm Skelly. You can find me at the same name on Twitch and Blue Sky, where the coming week is currently a little up in the air. Due to me being still under the weather, I think the surgery's going to have to get moved a week or two. So next week's probably going to be a normal week, fortunately and unfortunately. So look forward to the schedule coming out. I unfortunately have no idea what it's going to be since I was planning to be gone. I know Paper Mario's happening on Tuesday for certain. And the 4 Gears Hangout is happening on Friday, and that's all I know for this moment, unfortunately. That'll do it for me. I will pass it over to Leah if they're here.
I am. Just got back.
Sick.
I am Leah, aka Amusing Thalia. I GM lots of various games, including these Suits games, which you can find here, and my channel at Amusing Thalia. On Thursdays, other than that, I like hanging out and playing games with friends. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get back to it with Nier. We've had a bunch of absences because, like, Saris and Clary, my two mainstays with that game, have been in and out due to various reasons. So we've just been hanging out and doing art and playing various games and stuff. So if you can come check that out there if you want to just hang out. It's always a chill time with friends. Other than that, you can find me wrapping up Cazador's Guide for our last couple sessions, and
I get to catch that too.
Yeah, not sure what's gonna happen after that. Probably won't be doing anything on Connor. Connor needs a break. So my Fridays are open. Not sure what I'm gonna fill that slot with, but it will be something, I am sure. But thank you for having me, Vaughn. Thank you players for being here. And speaking of my players, Momo.
Hi, I'm Momo, Molly, or Retrospectacles. I am here every other Sunday playing this lovely Seats game as Ryder, or Holly. And you can find me at Retrospectacles on Blue Sky. I do art. I talk about video games. Yeah. That's pretty much everything about me. I will hope that Clary is back. But I don't think that that's the case.
We tried.
Oh, no, our timing was off. Quick. Put your arms up to the sky and, like, try to summon them that way.
All right. I got it. Punky _0_0 can be found on various places, but usually on other people's channels until we finally kick her into actually streaming. She's gonna.
What the hell?
There she is.
What the hell? I come back and they're talking shit. I can't curse this quick into the video, but they're talking crap about me. Unbelievable. Are we doing? Is it up to me? Did I take that long?
You did take that long.
Hey, they got rid of the YouTube cursing thing. They got rid of the YouTube.
You got rid of the YouTube cursing thing?
Yeah.
Damn, a girl can't piss. What the hell? I'm sorry I pissed long as hell. It's not my fault. No, I'm kidding. I was getting a sandwich. I wasn't pissing everybody. I don't know how much they've done, so I'm going to start from the top and subject you all to where to find me again. So eat it. Hi everybody, I'm Punky. Today I will be Spinner. That means I will be lying a lot to myself and other people. You can find me here every other Sunday on Burnout Vaughn's channel, lying some more. On Mondays, you can find me on Leah's channel, usually. I haven't been there recently. My track record has been bad. On Tuesdays, you can find me here again for Paper Mario the Cosmic Caper Season 2, where I play a little shit disturber Ukiki. On Wednesdays, you can find me on Gaius Ghostpaw's channel, doing the Gunk Tank, where we say gunk a lot. On Saturdays, you can find me over at Tixtixel's channel every other Saturday. I believe we will be on hiatus, so we will not be playing for the next 3 weeks. I will tweet the next time we're playing. So you should follow me on Blue Sky, which is at Punky, Pun-Ki, where I will also be tweeting about my debut, which should be sometime soon, because I got a model coming in and I'm setting up assets. And I got OBS. What was that?
Assets.
Yeah, you know I got those.
Ass.
It's Mother's Day. Everybody, come on, everybody, say it to me. Thank you, thank you.
To you.
What do you mean to me? Yeah, to me. Say it to me. Say it to Leah. I guess you could say it to Molly too. I'm just making fun of you because you're a baby.
Triple mommy threat in here.
He's literally 2 years old, 2 years younger than me. Gets called baby constantly. But yeah, if you want to be notified when I go live on Twitch, you should follow me at twitch.tv/punky_o_o. That's it for all my things. You should drink more water because you look very parched. You should break more rules because rules should always be broken. And you should read more fucking comics because they're just so good. That's it. I did it. Who else has to go? I don't know. I got here late. I'm tardy. I'm sorry.
Literally no
Just
one.
It's just Vaughn.
Other than Ronnie, yeah.
I was last. Fuck. I really do piss long as hell. Vaughn, it's you.
Why, thank you. Hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn, over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar, where, yeah, things are a little bit up in the air. Not sure what everything's going to happen here, but we do know that we will have some more Paper Mario and the Cosmic Caper on Tuesday, like we said before. We should still be having some more Student's Guide through Baldur's Gate with the Saved by the Spell crew on Saturday, and we will keep you posted if anything happens on Sunday. But with that out of the way, it's time for us to play some lovely music so we can start our game.
No, it's not your fault. It's just unfortunate. Wednesdays and Saturdays are my chore days, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Vaughn back?
Well, yes, it is.
It is a Vaughn back. All right, let me throw the actual music back on. Oh no, we're here. We're down here because it's this group.
This is perfect music for getting Black Fortress at 2 a.m.
Right? returning returning back to this story, as it has been a little bit of time, as we like to do at the beginning of most of these, I want to run through where our potential is sitting for most of our players. So if you remember how many level ups you've had, you can give me what your potential is and your level up number. Otherwise, just give me your potential. Vaughn.
I have 4 potential.
4 potential. Okay, Mama.
I got 2 potential and 2 level ups, I believe.
Punky.
I think I'm potentially eating a sandwich right now. I'm kidding. I have 2 level ups and 1 potential.
2 level ups, 1 potential, and Black Mirror. You just leveled up again, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Punky. Yeah, I know you're eating a sandwich. But
No,
if you would like to give us our intro, you may have a potential.
Yeah, give me a second. Last time on Threadbare Suits, we got into a fight with a bunch of gangsters. I don't want to use the word gangsters because sometimes gangsters can be like depicted as cool in media and stuff like that. These were absolutely loser capitalists, is what I'll call them.
Yeah, they're loan sharks. They're the lowest of the low as far as ne'er-do-wells go.
We fought some bottom of the barrel sludge tier mooks. Of course, come on, you already know we took care of it. Black Mirror might have broke her stylist, but she was still out there doing the Black Mirror thing. There was a little mole guy who gave us the biggest problem. Forget what his name was. But that's because
I don't think we learned his name. I think we just called him the Weasel.
I think we just called him the Weasel. Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest with everybody. Most of my brain space is occupied by Freddy Chomper, who is the mostly shark kind of man baddie that was on the team. Didn't seem to be more like kind of there because he didn't have anything better to do, and these were the only people he knew, and it was like the only way he could get food. And your lovely, wonderful spinner took it upon herself to, instead of beating the shit out of a bunch of people like she so wanted to, make a little bit of a I think I did a savior check, to quote unquote save him from himself.
Yep.
And I nailed an 11. And I got good news, everybody. He's coming back to home base with us. We got a pet shark. Maybe not pet, friend shark. I don't know. Dubious how much he is pet and how much he is person. I guess that's for us to find out today potentially. But yeah, we did some thrashing with the loan sharks and inevitably came out victorious. And we were just kind of cleaning that up after a promised trip to the Onyx Fortress. For Mr. Freddy Chomper. Our beloved writer, team captain, also had a meeting with a character that we made last time, who, you'll have to forgive me, I forget her name, but was with the kind of the like research side of Suits. Was kind of our like liaison, essentially, with some of the more official stuff going on there, and after a sneaky little speedy check to unleash her powers and see what was being written down on the clipboard, we are apprised of the fact that, maybe they might not be as on our side as we want them to be, and they may be understanding that we might not be as on their side as they want us to be. But yeah, I think I hit most of the stuff there. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you
there
got it.
was.
Oh.
I think I'm not gonna correct you. What I will do is open us up once more, not from the perspective of any of our heroes, but from the perspective of a rooftop overlooking the fight. And I think we go back to the go back to the a little bit, like a rewind, maybe not like 5-10 minutes, as the fight is still happening down below. And we saw this figure last time, but I want to flesh them out a little bit more. This figure that we see currently standing on the corner of a roof overlooking the fight is a rider of some kind. Momo, I want you to start us off with a description of this rider.
I have to log in. Um,
This is
Okay.
this is the rider we set up last time. This is the rider from the fail. This is the rider that will become relevant later, but we don't know much about.
yeah. I think in contrast to the kind of muddy colors of Rider, the kind of like leather-ish colors of Carbon, and then the very bright, strong, colorful colors of Sparkle. I think that the suit here is very, not to say simple, but very like practical, if that makes sense. Sleek, a lot of grays.
Is it more futuristic or more classic?
It's kind of that weird in between.
So it's that classic,
like
trying
a
to
little
look
bit of
futuristic.
retrofuturism going on here. With these kind of grays and matte blacks, a little bit of like light being kind of shown in different parts of it, but very dim. Masculine form. Also very bug-like. Very similarly bug-like, in contrast to the other two writers we've met, who are kind of more generic and kind of like formed around their already like pre-established style, with Carbon being kind of more like a biker and Sparkle kind of being a little bit more fantastical. Yeah, that's what comes to mind.
Alrighty, awesome. So what I have mask form, simple, sleek fit, sort of retrofuturism, gray color design, and anything I'm missing there.
Yeah. Did you say insect-like?
Oh, more and yeah, very insect-like.
Yeah.
What insect? If you don't have one, I can always suggest. Like, you can always be like, you ask for a suggestion, but I want to.
Yeah,
check with you
I want to
first.
say this one's more like a beetle.
More like a beetle.
In contrast to like Ryder's kind of like cockroach-esque, like cartoonish like cockroach-esque face. I think the mask here is more kind of like a horned beetle.
I was gonna say, are we thinking like Hercules beetle or Atlas beetle?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay, got it. Very insect-like horned beetle. Awesome. Do you also want to follow up with and I'll ask you both of these questions now. Do you want to figure out the power now, or do you want to save that for later?
I'm thinking kind of like a reverse Flash kind of situation here. Very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar powers to Riders as well. So a rival in much more like literal sense due to the similarity in power.
Yeah, you got it. Retribution, gray. Do you want to figure out personality aspects about them here, or save that for later?
Um, very cocky. Very confident and self-assured, in contrast to the like kind of humble um undertones that Holly has. I think that this individual is a lot more uh confident in themselves, self-assured. Um Not like softly spoken, but very calculated. Uh, like pointed words, I would think, knows how to push buttons. Um, with a kind of like raspy voice to them, I think is what comes to mind.
All right. I guess since you have such a defined idea of what this writer is, not it's a bad thing. I just wasn't necessarily expecting you to have all of that. Do you
Yeah,
want to open it up to anyone else, or do you want to just keep going?
I gotta put it anyone. Sorry, I was cooking because I was prepared to be in the kitchen, but I am more than happy to let other people
No, no,
say
no.
things.
I'm saying this is a character mostly related to your story. You're allowed to keep cooking. I am giving you the option to keep. As the sous chef at the moment, am asking if you want to keep going or if you want to pass it off to the line cooks.
uh, a good dish has everyone involved, I think.
Alrighty, Vaughn. Anything, power or personality wise, power, aesthetic, or personality wise, you want to add to this?
I'm trying to think. Let's see here. With everything Holly's given, honestly, I love what everything she's cooked up in terms of a rival rider. So I won't. No notes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you have any ideas, you're welcome to fit them in there. But Punky, what about you?
Knowing my beloved girlfriend and what she's going for, and also having devious ideas of my own to parallel some other games she's in and things that she's doing, I think it would be pretty interesting if some portion of this rival rider were not human and instead mechanical. Some amount of
Ooh,
like
okay.
cybernetics, maybe. Um, could be in personality. Maybe they're a bit, um, maybe like to go along with that confidence and cockiness. There's like a bit of kind of like monotone and like flat reaction to anything else. Like there's the cocksure attitude of I will beat you down, and any other emotion is just kind of discarded because why would I need that?
Been watching a
Um,
lot of Star Trek lately. How do you feel about Android Rider?
I like that, but that's up
Momo
to
Punky, like
Momo.
this is to the both of you.
Yeah, I see the vision.
I think that rips.
All right, you got it. Anything else you want to add, Punky?
No, that was the main thing.
All right. Skelly, what about you?
Be real, I'm pretty satisfied where it's at right now.
Hell yeah. Uh, in which case, I'm gonna send it back to you, Momo, for your final sort of approval. The only thing that was really added was the artificial android aspect to it. I and of course you're welcome to like push back on that if you were like, oh no, cyborg sounds more interesting, or the suits may be more technological. Of course I would love you to edit if there's something you wish to.
I think if we're going cybernetic, I think I want them to be in the sense that that's keeping them alive. I want them to be like a little fucked up. Like maybe a little gaunt, maybe a little monstrous. Maybe the
Mm-hmm.
whole whatever Holly has going on with age, hasn't treated them so kindly in contrast.
Got it. Got
Mhm.
it. Well, now I have to ask the most important question, Momo, for you with this character. What's the beef? How do you know them?
I think um if Sparkle came a little bit later, and Carbon was there, I want to say, like from the start. I think it's kind of what we had established.
You had established that a Carbon came shortly after you, but is
Yeah,
one of the first riders.
yeah. I think this guy was right there with me.
Yeah, was right
Um,
alongside you. Yeah.
yeah. I think that this is someone who was a rival just, I mean, because of how similar that they are. Maybe a little bit more open to the idea of being in the spotlight, maybe a little bit frustrated about like not like working together or forming more of a bond, or like having her use her powers to the same amount that he could, but still being better than him.
Okay. How do you feel about as far as your last interactions with them? That you were always kind of, better, faster, that sort of reaction, but you two weren't enemies by any means. You two were both working towards similar goals. You two were on the same side as heroes, but they were constantly pushing themselves. They were constantly putting themselves in more dangerous situations, trying to arrive at the situation faster than others. I'm thinking that there was some sort of, and they were still in the limelight a lot more, like quite a lot. They definitely enjoyed the spotlight, and there was some sort of event, something that they fought. And and this is up to you whether or not this is something you fought together, the two of you, or they went to go face on their own, maybe, perhaps. But they were severely injured, and as far as you were aware, taken out of the game. Not dead, but taken out of the game. What do you think? You want to cook on that, or do you feel good leaving it like kind of nebulous there?
I like the idea of them going too fast. And then they were gone.
Got it.
And she's thought that he has been gone ever since.
Was it kind of one of those situations where you were working together and they were like, "No, I can do this," and he was like, "No, you'll go too fast,"
Yeah.
and then got it. All right. Well, thank you for all of that. I think we see this writer. I'm gonna send you a DM really quickly, Momo, because I want to get permission on this before I start setting things about it up. But this is another idea I have. All right. Message sent. Of course, no, and I'm always welcome to feedback on that kind of thing. But that is the idea. As we're getting into it, got to make sure that I remember Threadbare Suits starting a new session. We get one more team added to our pool, and I got to make sure to add the Onyx Fortress to our map.
Yippee!
That's exactly what I was thinking, Momo. You and I are right on the same page with that one. Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, in that case, we see this figure kind of watch the end of the fight, and they pull up their arm, and there's like a very very sleek, almost like completely blends into the armor, the
Mhm.
armor on the arm, a like little chink, screen kind of, or a little panel folds back and a screen appears, and they seem to type some stuff in. There's a flickering of lights in the head area, just like some of the ones that are half covered, blue and white lights, sort of just kind of. And they cock their head as if listening to something. They hold a hand up to the head and nod. We hear a muffled
Sort of affirmative, reporting back.
and in a dust cloud, just gone. And as that sort of like flash of them leaving, we return to the end of the fight, like right the last thing that our writer does in the fight, which is that like dash forward clothesline on the enemy right before they leave. And right as that happens, it's a second later that there's the final sort of clash between Black Mirror and Zeitgeist and the Weasel, as they get knocked down and knocked out. You currently have an unconscious Weasel on the ground around you. If I remember correctly, or if y'all are okay with it, the well, fuck, what's his fucking name? Tom, the superhero with super strength, kind of grabs Weasel and slings them over the bike before driving off into the distance. The bike sort of disappear. The sound of the bike disappearing around the corner. We see the brief interaction between the suits into field researcher Sierra Woods, as our brief interaction with the writer, with our writer, before the group heads back inside. We see Sierra kind of watch the group sort of walk towards the bar and enter before pulling out, turning their wrist over, and a like little digital screen sort of floats above their arm as a cob phone activates. They make a quick call before hopping back into their sleek ride and driving around the corner in the opposite direction. But the door to their car closes right as the door to the bar opens up. And we return once more inside the bar. We finish off last time with our one of the allied suits, our party animal, grabbing the arm and doing a sort of a bro sort of hand grab, the Full Metal Alchemist like strongman thing, as Freddy Chomper and Party Animal sort of greet each other, and there's a little bit of fanfare as the two of them are like, everyone's kind of nervous for a second as the two big animal creatures face off. But there's a moment of camaraderie between them. And then all of you hear as Party Animal puts his arm over Freddy Chomper and begins walking him back towards the back end of the bar. You all just kind of half hear Party Animal go,
Right, so, bro, you ever smoke weed?
as they kind of disappear around the corner.
Oh no,
Should we stop that?
they're gonna be so hungry.
I'm not gonna stop that. If nobody else is stopping that, I'm not stopping that. And Spinner just kind of looks around and shrugs.
Taste kind of runs their hand through their head, through their hair one more time, and turns it now to a kind of bright orange color, before looking back with their. And listen, as long as they go smoke in the smoking area and don't bring that up here to the front, it's whatever.
No, I mean, like I don't really care about rules. Like, it's weed. Who cares? But can sharks? I guess dogs can't smoke. I'm gonna stop thinking about it.
I mean, he's standing on solid ground, so I assume he's got lungs of some kind.
And apparently ramjet ventilation
Yes.
is not a thing anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Well, I don't charge regardless, but drinks are on the house. What can I get you? Come on in. Take it easy. I can't thank you all enough for helping protect this place. I would have thrown down, but I'm not too much of a fighter.
That's fine. It's literally our job.
That'll. I respect you for it. It's hard work. All right. Well, come on, take it easy. Take a drink. Mind the blood on the floor. A couple of those goons tried to get in from the back entrance, but your big lupine friend took care of that. As Taste is kind of walking towards the back of the bar, and they kind of open up one of the side sort of like a little like side closet, and they grab a mop and begin to mop up the blood on the floor. For you, Black Mirror, you're used to it, so maybe it takes a second for you to kind of clock it. But you are being stared at. It's not the first time it's happened, nor will it be the last, especially as such a relatively famous and public individual. But you would notice at the far end of the bar, nursing what is probably a Coke or some sort of cola of some kind, the young individual Trey. They keep stealing glances over at you.
Black Mirror does make a good note of that. She's currently like holding her arm after the impact, putting a good hurt on her. But for the moment, she's slowly untensing. But as everyone kind of goes about their own ways, she will probably slowly make her way over toward the bar as well. She's not going to take the seat next to them, but she's going to take a seat close to them. Maybe a seat down, maybe two, depending on what's available.
Yeah, it's not a super. Y'all are here, mid-ish day at this point. It's not super packed. It's just kind of a chill hangout. There's the people who are playing music and a few other bystanders who are just hanging in. But it is mostly your crew, as well as this kid, Taste, and the aforementioned musicians at the on stage. So plenty of open seats, but you take a seat down, and they do the thing where they go from like kind of stealing glances at you, but now that you're like in a certain proximity, they just got their head down, and they're just they are staring into the top of the cup that they're looking at as the bubbles sort of fizz around them.
She like rubs her bicep and kind of like rolls her shoulder a little bit slowly. Something snags for a second, stops, goes the other way a little bit, before like letting go of her arm, and looks over and says, "Are you all right?"
Yeah. No, don't worry about me.
All right, I'm glad to hear it. I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
I'm real sorry. I just wanted to come help. I'm sorry, that was real dumb of me.
Hey, it's okay. Wanting to pitch a hand in, especially if it's something you accidentally caused. I know how it can feel, so it's all right. Though you might want to be a little more careful in the future. Wouldn't want you getting hurt by individuals outside of what you're capable of.
An expression kind of comes over their face. A face kind of comes over their face. An expression sort of washes over their face as they continue to stare down into the bubbling brown liquid clasped in between their hands in the glass. They let out a kind of long sigh before they just kind of nod their head. They don't seem to disagree with your words, but they do seem emotionally affected by your words.
Noticing they don't have a particular retort, there'll probably be like a moment or two of maybe slightly uncomfortable silence before Black Mirror does like a slight clearing of her throat and says, "So I heard you're a painter or a graffiti artist of some kind."
There's this kind of younger, like I said, younger kid, barely 18, darker skin, and what appeared to be like maybe ratty on first view. Their shirt is actually it's well taken care of. It's just maybe a little threadbare. It's definitely seen some use. And it has a bunch of paint stains on it from where you see little circles where they were testing colors. You see like handprints where they obviously had paint on their hand and just sort of wiped it across the shirt. But they've all been washed out, and that's just how the shirt looks now. They very clearly, it's an artist's shirt. It's a painting shirt. And kind of to match that, they've got kind of well-worn cargo pants that have you hear actually probably earlier is the clanking of cans and some of the big pockets. They've got paint all down these pants as well as you very clearly after taking like a good look at them clock a street artist. And they sort of nod their head. If they could go red, they would, but nonetheless they flush as they sort of their head sort of buries a little bit more. I just I do what I can. I'm not still kind of new to it all.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, we're all new at some point. I was always told when I was younger, you only draw your worst thing once.
Huh.
Get better after every try.
Yeah. Are you ooh.
Black Mirror just kind of gives a little bit of a quizzical look, like since they seem to want to say something.
Yeah, they're definitely, you see them like waffling on something. Are you if you'd like to roll Pierce the Mask, you're absolutely welcome to. Otherwise,
Sure.
we can just keep going and be a role play.
Yeah. Should give it a shot. Let me make sure I don't. I do have negative due to angry right now. Wait, didn't I lose angry? Because I stopped one of my favorite styluses. I thought angry was gone.
What is angry again? What's
First,
the
want
how
to
do you
break
lose
something
angry
important.
again? Break something important. The breaking something was a consequence. It was just like a side
Oh, it's a
consequence. It
consequence.
wasn't you break. It's
Oh, it's something.
the
I
break
accidentally
something
break
important.
myself.
Yeah, you have to like actively choose to break something.
it.
That's kind of like the logic behind them is you have to make a role playing decision, and that's how you get rid of those.
Okay, got it. I will try rolling it, although I have a negative in it right now. So let's find out.
Hey, you know that's how the game works.
That is
Okay,
a whiff.
so mark experience regardless.
Yep.
And you are the Nova. Ooh, make the powers very hard to control. Okay. I'm gonna give you a choice here. The two moves I think make the most sense here, are the two Nova moves I can make, are remind you of past collateral damage or reveal a terrible truth about your powers.
I got it. I got it.
Mhm.
I got it.
Yep.
I have the vision. I'm choosing the latter.
Okay.
Revealing a terrible truth about her powers. As she's studying this person, like she notices
Mm-hmm.
she notices there's probably some dust or something on her glasses. And like she starts to annoy her, so she like takes off the glasses and kind of like looks at them and like grabs a like pinch of her suit, right? And like holds up the glasses and brings the suit and kind of like rubs it to get it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably accidentally like half breaks something behind her, showing that if she interacts with anything in the reflection of her glasses, like in the reflection of anything, whether she's intending to or not, things will happen.
Mm-hmm. So we see the glasses sort of as you take them off, and they reflect in the light above the bar. And from the perspective of the kid sees the like whole wall of alcohol behind the bar, sort of reflected in the glasses. And you pinch the suit, and as you rub them, the glass behind the bar just like one at a time down a line just sort of shatters, smashing into the wall behind and then rubbing into it. And it's like so fast that you rub the glasses that you look up and you realize that. Has this happened before, Black Mirror?
I would say maybe once or twice, not enough for it to really stick in her mind.
Yeah, it's usually you have to be a bit more cognizant of it. And this time you actually have to actively reach in and like shut your powers down as you realize that like tapping into them as much as you have, as often as you have, you're having to shut it off more cognizantly. You're having to like stop it more cognizantly because you didn't stop it more cognizantly. You were still unintentionally tapping into them. There's that realization, maybe like partial realization now, that the intentionality behind your powers, you have to be even more so than you were expecting. And the kid just sort of, oh shit, as the like glass behind the bar breaks, and you see Taste from over on the other end of the bar put hands on hips and just go, all right, which one of you did that?
Black Mirror's just kind of like stiff as a board, just holding the glasses, stopped moving.
The kid
if
kind
they're
of leans
frozen.
forward. Was that you?
Maybe.
He looks up at Taste. All right, whoever it is, grab a mop and help me out. If you do, that'll be the end of it. Otherwise, I will find out. And Taste takes the mop after mopping up the blood and kind of holds it out, and they swirl a hand through it, and the blood seems to just like disappear. And then they grab the bucket and they begin walking back towards the back of the bar as they begin moving to clean that up. What do you do?
Black Mirror like just like lets out like a long exhale and just like stands up and goes to reach out to accept the mop with the arm that's hurt and just and then
As
reaches
you
out
go
with the
to
other
do
one
that,
instead.
the kid will actually put a stand up. That was me. I'm sorry. I knocked something down. Taste kind of rolls their eyes, and the kid kind of looks over at you and kind of gives a nod before hopping over the bar and grabbing the mop that you were like kind of vaguely reaching for, and begins to mop up on the other side of the bar.
And she
Hey,
wants to interject, but she's in pain right now.
it's the least I can do for y'all helping me out. And Taste kind of cocks an eyebrow at the two of you, like a, huh, and then just goes, "All right, Trey, if you're sure," and walks away.
She like slumps a bit back down into the chair. Just kind of like rests her chin like in the crook of the palm of the hand of the arm that's good. And says across the bar while Trey cleans up. Like, so, back on the previous subject, you do art. I like to think I'm an artist these days. Got any pieces of work I could see?
Are you Shannon? Like Shannon Rhodes?
Yes.
Holy shit, you're the real Shannon Rhodes? The artist?
There's a moment of hesitation before she says yes.
What the hell are you doing out here in the wash? You're like the most famous artist up in New Sea.
It's a long story, but I'm helping with something. I'm not particularly, if by my current condition is any indication, I'm not really a field agent of suits, but I help out whenever I'm usually needed. This is an unusual case.
I don't think I realized you were a suit. Sorry, all I had, and they reach into one of the like various large cargo pockets, and they pull out an old pamphlet, and kind of toss it onto the table, and it is a pamphlet for one of your like, or OG art shows, like prior to the, to you gaining your powers art shows, and it has that, within the pamphlet, it has a depiction that is the exact same as the mural you saw when you were driving here. It is that same piece of art that you did. It's just like posted in this little pamphlet.
She puts back on the pince nez and kind of like looks at the pamphlet provided. Kind of like sees the imagery of some of the oldest art, and her eyes kind of go wide a little bit. Like, you have memorabilia from this? I haven't seen much from these days in a long time. I don't even have most of it anymore.
Yeah, there's I mean, I guess it's like the closest we have here in the Wash to like a local library. I want to swap this one on. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Yeah, it's like a. I don't. They just kind of collect documents and stuff. It's just run by some old dude, but he has a bunch of like old sort of brochures and pamphlet. I found this in there like a few years ago.
Huh.
And on the front, you can see as they like flip to, or as you like flip through, it's actually not on like the front's like the first page in. What he called you is like written right there. The biggest artist in New Columbia. It's just like written in this little pamphlet. And you didn't write this. This was probably written by, this was like back before you owned your own gallery. This is when you were still showing in someone else's gallery. So it was written for you. Have you seen this before? Is this one of those, like, because when you're an artist, when you're like working on these kinds of things, it's not uncommon for you like to not, maybe an agent saw it or something.
I like to think that she knew the pamphlets were going to be made and like may have provided the images for it, but she didn't know what was written in them.
And this was
she
from
just
a
says,
while ago too. Yeah.
and just sees like the like title on it, and just looks at it, it's like, who actually put that again? just like, I can't believe they actually put the biggest artist on there. That, all right.
Do you like
But it-
flip to the back to see where the
Yeah.
gallery, like, yeah, you flip to the back and it actually says hosted by Shannon Toole. And you're like, God damn it.
Um, just
As
like
you
going through
realize
her head,
this
it's
was,
like,
yeah, as you realize this was hosted, this was like maybe back when you first met the
Right.
other Shannon.
just she just mumbles out of her mouth, the hyperbole of that bitch. Just like in a positive manner.
Mm-hmm.
It just has like a goofy smile whenever you find out one of your friends did something. You know that kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
She will gingerly fold the pamphlet back up and place it to where Trey can reach it once he's done mopping. And I have a curious question for you. I couldn't help but notice one of the art pieces in there. I remember that one very well. She would pull out her phone. Make sure this time to cut on the phone light so there's no reflection on it first before she
Mhm.
starts touching it. And will pull up the photograph taken at the underpass while coming over.
You see the kid sort of pretty much immediately kind of look down at their feet. And they're very clear, like shuffling, kind of awkward, but a clear look of recognition crosses their face as you're pretty sure you've put it all together. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like. It wasn't meant to just like steal your. It was.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's not really stealing unless you actually go around claiming that like you originally made it. Like, there's nothing wrong with like like posting it somewhere for somewhere else to see. Like, you're not making money off that. You're just doing it as practice, or just something you really liked. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. How did you start making your own art and not just copying other people's?
Have you ever been out day to day and you just had some strange, wayward thoughts that cross your mind? These can be good or bad, but not necessarily relating to anything you're doing. I always carried a little notebook on me. And whenever I had those ideas show up, I'd write them down. And one day I would crack the book open, see if I could make something of it. That's really where I got started.
Kind of nod their head.
Sometimes to make really good art, strangely enough, you just have to close your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll next time I stop by the old man's I'll grab a notebook from there or something. Thanks.
Certainly.
And he kind of looks at you and you can tell there's another question there, but he seems to be hesitating to ask it.
Like, Mary would quickly make sure that there's no one like in the immediate vicinity before like leaning in, and saying, "You look like you have something else on your mind."
Why did you stop?
What?
I mean, not stop, but you... From... Never mind. Sorry.
She seems caught off guard by the question. She's not mad looking or anything like that, or insulted either. She seems like she's caught off guard herself to answer the question, more than caught off guard by being asked it. Like, there's an answer, but there's a hard time saying it.
Mm-hmm. If you wish to open up about that, I'll allow you to comfort or support with your new ability.
Absolutely. You know what? Certainly. She would say, sometimes for other artists, I'm a little envious. Sometimes you have certain powers that change how you enjoy things. Especially when it involves the very thing you enjoy. The difference in millimeters of a pen stroke is the difference between someone staying alive or not. It changes how you see art as a whole.
It's not just art to you anymore, it's a job.
Yeah, and if it, these days, with these kinds of powers, I mean, it's not even just a job, it's almost a way of life. It's hard to enjoy art anymore.
He looks at you, and there's a look of almost sympathy or empathy, maybe they just feel sad for you. But I'd like you to roll comfort or support, and you get to use plus freak instead of plus mundane because of your new ability.
Yes.
Full hit.
I'll take it.
On a 10 plus, you may add a team to the team pool or clear a condition yourself.
Ooh. I need to clear a condition. I'm going to clear guilty.
You clear guilty because as this kid looks at you, you see a spark, that little something, that twinkle in an artist's eye when they're inspired to do something. And they look down at the little pamphlet, and they fold it up and they slide it back towards you. Maybe you hold on to this. Remind yourself of why you started doing it. But moving forward, I'll try to enjoy my art for the both of us. How's that sound?
She picks up the pamphlet, kind of turns it over once, quickly sees the other Shannon's name for just a moment, turns it back, and she will neatly tuck it into the inner pocket of her suit and say, you know what? I think that sounds lovely.
Hey, Taste, I cleaned up the glass, but the smell... Don't worry about it. I'm gonna head out to... Yeah, you're not supposed to be in here during drinking hours anyways, hon. Okay. Thanks, Taste. Anytime, babe. See you back here soon. And they lean the mop against the back, and you hear them like pour some glass into a metal trash can from a dustpan. Uh, and they look towards you one last time before they like head around the bar and towards the door. I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna go find that notebook. And they smile at you.
She smiles and gives a small nod as well.
And as they head out, they give a call to wherever the rest of the group is, which I will ask in a moment. But they call out to the rest of the group. Thanks, by the way. There's no real easy way to say thank you for saving my life, but thank you for saving my life. And as they're saving that last bit, they slam the door behind them and rush out. And as they slam the door behind them, one of the bottles on the back of the bar that was like it was pushed, not smashed, just teeters off that last little bit and smashes to the floor. And Taste just, oh, but as the camera pans from that to the rest of the bar, I'm gonna turn it over to Vaughn. We have not heard from Zeitgeist. Where are you in here, and what are you up to?
I think at this point, Zeitgeist is pretty much fully running on fumes after both the fights and getting his ass kicked a lot through those fights. So I think he's just taken another beer and he's just now like reclined in a booth in like a back corner somewhere, just like stretched out.
Mm-hmm. I think during that bit where Trey was sweeping up the glass and Taste was like walking around the rest of the bar checking in on people, Taste would have kind of walked past you, and you would have heard a clink, and they would have just held out a large glass with just ice in it.
He'll reach over and be like, "Thanks very much," as he'll like try also running a hand through his hair to see if he can change the hair color out from when he tapped into Taste powers back to his normal hair.
I'll say because close proximity, they've seen you do it, and this is just a flavor thing. It actually works.
Zeitgeist be like looking the reflection of his glasses. "Oh, that's great. Also, thanks for the power earlier. That was really, really helpful." As he'll like actually tilts his beer up to them as a kind of toast.
You need a re-up there, babe?
No, this is fine for now. This is fine for now.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything.
All right, you've been a treat.
Well, a taste of one. Gives you a wink before walking over, and they check in on. Let's check in on Spinner next.
Oh boy. So I think very unfortunately for her, the fight has sobered her up a little bit. And she's probably currently sitting apart from people, sulking a little bit. I think she wasn't drunk enough to forget everything that she was doing, but she was drunk enough that her like faculties had left her. So she very clearly remembers the conversation that she was having with Zeit and what Zeit told her, and she's still kind of reeling about that. But she's more so reeling about what she was going to say. And she's kind of questioning herself, like, if she actually believes that or not. And, like, I think on some level she knows she does, but that really stubborn, like, no, I don't, and I don't want to go back to this sort of, like, life and deal, like, kicks back in her brain, and she starts getting, like, she feels guilty. She feels guilty because she flashes back to the life that she had before when things were good, and she feels like she threw it all away. And then she gets mad. And she's like pissy that she felt that she ever thought, even while drunk, that she could pretend like things could go back to being that way. Or that like this team could be like that, or that she could have friends like that again. Or even that she could like have a functioning relationship with Heatsink again. Like she looks over and she sees Zeit not using the room that she like went out of her way to get for him, and kind of like sitting in the booth. She sees like Ryder schmoozing it up with other people. She sees Black Mirror like talking to this young kid that clearly is like taken with her or her work. And I think she's just like, that anger just turns to like a bitterness, and she's just like sulking with like, she doesn't even have like a strong drink. There's no like rum and coke, there's no Long Island iced tea. Like the party has left the room, right? She
Hmm.
just has a beer now,
I
and she's
mean,
just kind of like bitter.
adding on to the party left the room, you can actually see there's that like double doors to what is kind of like a dining area. This was probably like a really nice restaurant with that sort of like bar and dining area sort of separated with these big double doors, but they're usually closed up. That's where you and Zeitgeist were hanging out last time. There are a bunch of chairs like upside down on tables, but you can actually see through, because the double doors are left open. You can actually see through that sort of dining area to the back porch, where out the window you see the hero you bonded with you when you first showed up at the Vigilante House, and the shark you just saved, hanging out there together without you,
Yeah.
smoking, like passing something back and forth, and just sort of chatting between the two of them. And I think that kind of like, that sort of last, like, well, there's at least the like noon, and then you see that through the bar.
Yeah, and I think like especially on that, she is going back to dwelling on the thought she's had many times that people don't need her, people don't need her to be around, that her lies, as petty as they are forgettable as she is. And the only thing that people won't forget about her is how badly she fucked up.
And it's as you're kind of, for lack of a better term, brooding in one of these booths. Uh, there's a small sort of, on the wood of the booth, and you sort of look over, and Taste is sort of leaning, kind of grabbed onto one of the posts that lead up to the ceiling, and it's just sort of leans in your visual perspective, kind of getting in the way of everything. You don't get to be a bartender without recognizing that look. What you stewing on?
Can't you let a girl alone to her pity party?
I can, but I'll get you a drink before I do.
I got a beer. I don't know. It doesn't really. She kind of like gestures around to the room, and it's like messy, and she like gestures to her outfit, and she's kind of messy, and she's just like, eh, it kind of feels like the party left the room.
I think this is one of those pre-party situations. Y'all just got your ass kicked. Well, y'all kicked some ass more than you got your ass kicked, but if I remember correctly, you just came from another fight. Y'all you did a good day's work. Maybe take it easy on yourself, eh? You don't have to party right after.
And she's like, I didn't even get to kick any ass that time. Listen, dude, I would have loved to, but I didn't. I talked to that big shark, and he's our friend now, I guess. That's cool, but like, I didn't get to hit anything. You know how bad I wanted to hit something?
I saw you, kick the teeth in on a couple mooks.
Yeah, but like, they don't count.
Oh, you wanted to fight one of the big boys.
I mean, like, it's not like I'm going out of my way, but it's also not like I didn't want to give them what they had coming to them.
Well, I will say you can't. I wouldn't worry too much about that, as neither their boss, neither their head honcho or his big muscle were here. So you'll probably have to deal with that at some point. I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't get. Well, you can get comfortable now, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't worry about getting your fight. I'm sure you'll get yours.
Yeah, that's fair. There's plenty more fights where I'm going, I'm sure.
Trust me, you pissed off the sharks. They're not going to leave you alone until they get what they feel they're owed, or you cow them into submission.
I feel like they should probably call themselves something else since they lost their shark, no?
Yeah, they did kind of find a mascot and then lead into the name. I don't know if they thought about what would happen if they lost their mascot.
They really try hard to keep them, so I mean, I feel like they probably should have thought about. But I mean, like, look at who we're talking about.
Maybe they thought it was one of those surefire. Maybe they didn't even consider that it could leave.
I mean, like I don't really know that he even has a sense of what pronouns are. There's a lot of questions I got. I'm gonna be so real, Taste.
Have you never seen one of them before?
I have, but I mean, I guess I haven't. I don't really know. It's kind of weird that we say one of them, but
Oh yeah, I see the phrasing there. I meant as far as I know, there's some sort of phenomenon that can happen where animals and things can accidentally get tapped into the kind of gesture. They sort of like gesture in the air around them. That sort of yeah, power that we all tap into for superpowers. That sort of what's that official term that they use? Psychic resonance field, I think.
yeah, whatever nerd bullshit it is, the thing.
The thing, yeah, the thing. Well, they when they tap into the thing, they accidentally get way more human than they were intending to. There's a bunch of like sort of variability as to how and to what extent it can happen, but I've never seen a shark before that had that, but it's perfectly believable to me. I met a parrot with it once. That was really confusing because I thought the parrot could just like repeat things, and then it was trying to convince me it like was its own thing, but I thought that was also like a a I'm still not even fully convinced that it wasn't just a prank, but regardless.
Spinner's like brow furrows, like she's trying to figure, and she's like moving her hand like she's doing the math to try and figure out like how big the parrot would be at that point, or if it stayed small and just like could talk. And then she just kind of gives up and she just shrugs. She's like, must really suck, to kind of get cursed with sentience out of nowhere like that.
I'm pretty sure you just described being born.
Yeah, I mean, well, it must suck to be born, huh?
I would agree with that. But we make the best of what we got.
I mean, we try.
Well, what are we going to do? Just give up and run away? And they look at you pointedly.
She like gives a wry smile and then looks over and she goes, "Don't tempt me, I might do it again."
Oh, I'm not tempting you. I'm asking you.
No, I mean, no, but it's just, I don't know. It feels a little silly to pretend like this whole thing is gonna be normal again after,
What is normal?
Okay, all right, listen, sure, what is normal, but we do kind of settle into a sense of commonality among the, like, weird and crazy shit that we do all the time,
No, I don't.
I mean, like, you don't feel like you reach a sense of, like, routine working in the bar and having people come in and, like, sure, fights kick up, and sure, the sharks come and, like, piss you off or goad you into something, or, like, kid runs in here and, like, all of a sudden a bunch of capitalists are, like, outside. Like, sure, that stuff isn't quote unquote normal, but, like, I feel like it's kind of run of the mill for our lives, no?
I think normal is a holdover from religiocentric Christian-based capitalism.
All right, here we fucking go.
What? You brought it up.
I'm just saying. You know, I wasn't normal. I feel like it's not. I'm not okay. Let me rephrase then.
Normal is what you want it to be.
Yeah. Wait, let me rephrase and make it a lot more fucking sad. It's hard to feel like I deserve or am allowed to have any of this after everything that happened. Yeah, is that what you wanted? I said normal for a reason, brat.
Takes one to know one.
And she just flips her off and takes a swig at her drink.
She does the thing where she like grabs it and then he stuffs it mimics grabbing the flip off and then kind of he stuffs it in his jacket before they kind of lean back and smile at you.
I think she tries really hard not to smile, but she does smile a little bit.
Taste kind of mimics your smile but doesn't comment on it or like gloat or drive it home too hard. They just kind of smile back at you. How do I put this? Deserve is a really complicated thing. Did Trey deserve to be chased down by a bunch of fucking idiots with motorbikes? Probably. From their perspective, yes. From our perspective, no. Right? It's all a matter of how you want to look at it. Do you deserve a second chance? Well, that's not for you to decide.
She just kind of looks, and I don't think... She looks in a way where it's clear that she's thought about this before, and that she's acknowledged that fact that it's likely not her choice whether or not she gets a second chance, as like nothing is rarely our choice. But she also has that expression that's kind of like, I don't really give a shit if it's my choice or not. I don't think I should have it, so I won't.
No one can make you take anything, of course. It's your choice about whether or not you want to take it and run with it. But if you feel like you don't deserve a second chance and someone offers it to you, how much worse is it to turn it down?
Okay, counteroffer. How much worse would it be to do all that work to feel like you're worth it and take that second chance and then fuck up that bad again?
I would say that trying your best is always worth it.
And I would say sometimes you try your best and it still doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you still tried. How many people have fought over the years and failed for the kind of society we're currently, y'all are more up there building, but this shit wouldn't have happened unless people failed.
And then she looks over and she just goes, how many people have killed others for their extremely personal and somewhat surprising sins?
I think more than you would probably expect. And
okay, I was trying to be dramatic.
They gesture out at Party Animal.
I think in the middle of her, I was trying to be dramatic. She just stops and she looks and she's like, really?
Didn't he tell you?
I mean, like, we just kind of settled in and I don't, you know me, I don't really get into a habit of getting to know anybody.
He got drunk and ate someone.
Okay, sure. Like, that's not great, but like...
Oh, you
maybe
don't
a little
think that
different.
he lives with that? How many?
No, I think he lives with that. It's just a little different than, finding out that maybe you're not as into everything as you thought you were. It's just kind of a different deal. That's all. It's. I'm sure it's fucking terrible. I wouldn't want to live with that.
Listen, no one is making you be a hero. No one's making you stay here. The only thing that is making you do that is some sense of obligation that you yourself have.
She shrugs and she just goes, "Yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, if a bunch of fucking like space-time Nazis show up and they start beating people's heads in because you're around in general, I would say you're pretty damn shitty if you didn't do anything to stop it."
They lean in on a hand, like on a single hand, just sort of like giving you this very pointed, like, did you just hear yourself look.
Okay, I get it. We don't get normal. Normal's not a thing. You point made. Point made.
I was more thinking about the fact that when push came to shove, your instinct is to be a hero, not to run away.
And she just kind of rolls her eyes again. And she goes, "Whatever, whatever. I don't care. Let me sulk."
That is the biggest lie I've ever heard. I'm surprised you didn't teleport out of here.
Well, I mean, that's up to you. Do I?
That's a good question. Do you teleport when you say that?
I think I say I don't care, and I don't teleport like really, really far because I think she like really doesn't want to care. But I do
Mhm.
think she like ends up like a couple feet away, just like in the middle of the floor, and just kind of like falls on her ass. And then she like is like splayed out on the ground, and her eyes are closed, and she goes, "I really don't want to open my eyes and see the look you're giving me right now."
Can Ryder be like right above her?
Yeah, I think when you open your eyes where you're expecting Taste to be, you see Ryder. Ryder, you're in.
Looking down at you. What'd you lie about this time?
Oh shit. Oh, you're not who I thought I was going to see. Favorite color, favorite animal, who I'm crushing on, how horny I am. I don't know. Take your pick of the mill.
Did you? Did
Taste
you?
interrupts you and says, kind of like to your back, Ryder. They said they don't care about y'all.
Oh, well, that's mean.
Fuck you! Fuck you! That's not what I said. That's not what happened. It was more nuanced than that. There was a lot. There was more that I.
I mean, you have all the time in the world to chat now.
I do, but I'm not sure you'd want to hear it.
I think I've got an idea of your kind of deal. Hit me.
I think you say that, and she like furrows her brow and like sits up a little bit more proper, and she looks and she goes, "My kind of deal. The fuck's that supposed to mean?"
You hear a snort
Not.
from behind it.
I mean, I didn't mean anything bad by it. I just mean it seems like you've got something going on. Maybe something that's making you question if you want to do all of this. And, I care about you and I care about our friends. So I should probably know as, oh, as team leader. And she says incredibly reluctantly, I want to know if you're okay and what I can do to help. I'd want that for any of the three of you.
I think Spinner starts like collecting herself, and she brushes herself off from having fallen on the floor. And she looks at you and she goes, "Might not have meant anything bad by it, but I doubt you meant anything good by it either." And she's like, "Friends is a strong word.
Mhm.
I don't. We've barely known each other for like what, a couple weeks, probably less than that. How long has it been, Leah?
It has honestly, genuinely, it's only been you've known each other for maybe a little bit longer. Oh yeah, because there was also the initial interaction. So I'd
Mhm.
say it's honestly only been about a week or so.
Yeah, I think she goes, it's only been a week. I've known Zeit for a while, and even then, friend feels weird. And then she like teleports a little bit and she goes, okay, well, that doesn't change the fact that it's a strong word. Um, I, she looks around the room at like her friends, and then I think if you want to pierce the mask to see what she's thinking, you can.
I was
But
gonna
if
say I was about to ask, and I didn't want to interrupt too much, but I was about to ask: do either of or Momo, do you want to either try to comfort and support, or pierce the mask?
I'm gonna pierce the mask for sure. I'm pretty. Actually, I'll comfort and support. They're the same stat. Um,
Oh yeah,
oof.
6. I will open this back to either Zite or Black Mirror. Are either of you nearby enough and would like to contribute to this moment?
Well, since we're in the booths, I think Zite could.
The other quick question I have is, Clary, who currently
yes,
has influence over you?
nobody, I have not
Nobody? You
revealed
haven't passed it out?
vulnerability
Yeah.
or weakness
Okay.
to anyone, so people can't take influence over me unless I do that.
Yep. Zite, go ahead if you wanted to hop in.
I'd say Zite would just like probably speak up over it. It takes her a while to get used to people. Don't worry, she's just antisocial.
Spends a team, adds 1 to the roll, and you still mark experience, but that is a 7. So you get the basic part of you get the basic aspect of sorry, my computer's of comfort and support. On a hit, they hear you. Spinner, you can mark. You may either mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels, but only if you actually open up here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to. What do you say to get her to open up?
Mm. Look, you can be as invested in this if you want to be. I get that you're in a unique situation because of all of this. But wouldn't you rather have friends than colleagues when the world is on the line?
I think she gets really quiet. And you see her look at you, and she has a kind of like, it's not a good look. Like she is kind of like, her brows are furrowed at you in this sort of like she's about to light some kind of like incandescent fury. And then it like dies down a little bit to this like really, like, I keep saying bitter, but I cannot get that across enough. Just like really bitter, jaded look as she's just like squinting at you, and she says, not everybody can be Miss Perfect Writer or whatever the fuck. Not everybody can be team leader, and not everybody can have a sterling record and then retire and then come back to, all this fame and fortune and whatever immediately. Not all of us make friends that easy. Not all of us have powers that are convenient. And she like especially spits that, and then she stops. And then I think you see like a tear rolling down her cheek. And then she looks up and she goes, not all of us can stop ourselves from being giant pieces of shit sometimes. And not all of us are ready to move on. And she grows quiet for a second. And I think I'm gonna clear the condition guilty as she looks at you and says, I I don't want to talk about it, but I do want some company if you just want to sit here with me for a little bit.
That's all I ask.
And I think she nods and she holds her drink out for like a cheers as she like wipes the tear away from her eye with her other arm.
As you are helped up, you turn back towards the booth, and Taste has already moved away down towards where Zeitgeist. And we see Taste sort of slip into the booth with Zeitgeist and just kind of very low, thanks for reaching out. I know you've known Spinner for a while as well, and from what I understand, friends, it hurts a lot more to lose a friend than a coworker. See that she doesn't again.
You'll just watch as he, like, at that point pushes up his glass and just goes, I've been with Spinner for 6 months. I learned a long time ago you take her as she is. But I'm not giving up on her yet.
Also, absolutely, yeah. But if you're welcome, you specifically, Clary and Spinner, you choose when you give out influence for yours thing specifically. It isn't unless there's a very specific mechanic that does it. Yeah, you choose. So in this case,
Okay. I definitely think you, Molly, get influence over Spinner then. I also, Leah, you said you, Clary, and Spinner, and I turned around a little bit and I was like, is Spinner in the room with us?
you, Clary, and Spinner, all three of you.
Oh, what? If you're not Clary, and you're not Clary, and I'm not Clary,
Who's in here? We're out there, and we're the sheriff.
I'm just trying to figure out who's Punky.
As Spinner and Ryder sit down, we see Taste kind of double tap on the table before standing up from the seat with Zeitgeist and begin to make their way back towards the bar to clean up that last bottle that shattered. And it's kind of during this moment that the door to the back opens up, and with the like cross breeze, that waft of skunk smell sort of hits the front as Party Animal and our new shark, our brand new shark friend have kind of returned to the front. Spinner, as you're kind of there, and you maybe like look over towards the two of them, Party Animal actually gestures over towards you, and it's just like, yo, bro, there she is. This the fucking girl of the hour. What's up? It kind of makes their way over towards you.
She's like, oh God, no, I'm not. I didn't
We were just talking about you. My new best friend, Freddie, right here. He was saying how no one's ever been nice to him before you. Like, that's such a sweet thing to do. I didn't know you were such a nice person.
I'm not a nice person, you fucker. It's kind of fucked up it's kind of fucked up that nobody's ever been nice to this guy, and the biggest piece of shit in the room is the one who decided to do it.
I don't know. I think that makes you not a big piece of shit, right, Shark Tank?
She goes, I don't know. I think that doesn't make you a piece of shit.
That was a good impression.
Can I give her a noogie?
Yeah.
Fuck, stop! No! Ah!
Can Zeit throw insight from this?
Is that how we show affection? And Freddie Chopper goes,
Ryder will just be like, yes.
No,
wait. And Freddie Chopper grabs him in a headlock and goes, affection.
God damn it!
Ryder's just laughing.
me give you affection now too as they reach out towards Spinner.
Not not right now, not right. Don't listen to her.
Yeah, consent is
best
important.
friend
No.
too.
She really wants affection. She was just telling me how much she wanted affection. She was like, "I want that new shark guy. He's so cool. Like yeah,
Yeah, sure. Hit me with it, man.
What the fuck?"
Just scoops you up and gives you big bone crushing hug before giving you a noogie, and it's just like on the helmet, I imagine. Just
Yeah. I don't think that hurts Ryder very much, as much as it would hurt someone else.
Mm-hmm.
She's just giggling very happily.
And as they're holding Ryder, they look up towards you, Spinner, and they look down towards Ryder as they're like holding Ryder in their arms again. They look up towards you, Spinner. Me hungry.
Oh yeah, you know what? We can go get food real soon, but you know we got to do one last thing before then. You know who really wants some affection? And she looks across the room and she points over at Sight and she goes, "That guy."
Okay.
Okay.
I imagine we see now from Zeitgeist's perspective, and then like bursting through the chairs to your left, just like straight up going through the booth, just I give you a hug now.
I just want to say Zeitgeist being like, oh, no, hovers at least 13 feet off the ground.
You hover 13 feet off the ground, and he just leaps, grabs you, like grabs the not cape, but like the big pants, and drags you down. I give you the choice here about whether or not you get dragged down or you get pantsed.
I'll get dragged down.
You get dragged down, and they give you big bone crushing hug, and then they look down at you as they hold you in their arms, and they look up at Spinner again and go, "Food?"
No, he's not food. He's not food. But we
Okay.
can get food. We can get food.
Me thought, because me said hungry, and you said
No. I said affection. I said so. Quick rule of thumb: generally, things that you show affection are never food.
a like look of horror crosses his face.
No, it's okay. We can really like food and be excited about food. It's just that, we typically don't really like. I don't really hug the cheeseburgers I'm eating.
Mouth hug.
That's called a bite, sweetie.
I mean, it's kind of a mouth hug.
Me like bite.
I think we really need to get to. Onyx Fortress.
You hear that like.
Oh my God! Why did we let him smoke up?
Meanwhile,
can I go like run somewhere and get him food?
Yeah. You literally. I think it's just. I'm gonna have you just for. You know what? Roll me comfort or support again.
Fuck. Okay.
Or unleash your powers. I'll let you do either.
I have negatives in both right now. Or at least I have -2 in both, but we'll see. I'll comfort and support.
What's your -2 comfort or support at the moment?
Angry.
Angry. And I believe you have to break something.
I have to hurt someone or break something in order to get
you have to hurt someone or break something. Got it. Well, regardless.
Yep. Well, I'm just that.
Sometimes
I'm
you
just
don't
that
fucking
cool.
need it. All right. You get to. So actually, this is another one. With this comfort or support on a 10+, you may either add to the team pool or clear a condition yourself.
I'm gonna get rid of the hopeless.
Get rid of the hopeless condition. You got it. And for everyone else, I think this is as a team leader situation. I think this is you are comforting and supporting the whole group. So while everyone's hungry and tired, there's a ding ding as the bar door opens. Everyone kind of looks around, and it is minutes later that the ding ding rings once more. The entrance of the bar swings open, and each of your various orders to Onyx Fortress is placed in front of you. Any of you may So here's how I'll do this. Any of you, anyone on the team, may mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels, but I require you to have a scene with Ryder if you wish to gain one of those benefits.
I'm gonna shift labels.
I'll probably mark
All right,
potential.
take it away. Take it away. We'll start with you since you were the first person to mention it. We'll start with you, Spinner, and then we'll head to you, Zate.
I think Spinner's like kind of rifling through her bag, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't get mozzarella sticks," and then like, not to overextend on you using your powers, but I do feel like that's a pretty good moment for you to go get mozzarella sticks really quick.
Oh, I think it would be like a pulling out of a separate bag.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's literally her reaction. She's like, "You did. Oh my god, you did!" And she like reaches over and grabs him. She's like, "Holy shit, legend! Oh my god. Oh, what do I owe you?
You don't.
What do you mean you got food?
Yeah.
What do
And
you mean? What do you mean? And like you just getting it for me for free?"
yeah, we're a team.
Yeah, I mean it's a tea. I just you don't have to start the precedent that every time we get food it has to be on someone like EG. I don't want you to feel like since you're team leader you have to pay for my food.
No, I want to because I like you, and
If
we're hanging out.
you could teleport, you would have done it if you had my powers.
I don't think that's true, but you know,
I've done nothing but make fun of you and say nasty shit to you. Why would you like me?
despite my looks, I've been around a long time, and uh, I've had a friend or two, kind of similar to you. Uh, it doesn't bother me. I shoot the shit. I I bicker and banter. I can call you annoying little shit because you are, but I like that about you. It means you've got character.
She rolls her eyes and she goes, "Oh, fuck you." And she's like, "You mean to tell me I'm not special? Oh, I'm wounded." And she like teleports to the other side of the table.
She's gonna steal one of the mozzarella sticks when you
Oh,
teleport to the other
fuck
side.
you! Fuck you! Those are mine! Hey, wait a minute.
The visor on the mask is gonna like open and she's gonna eat it really quickly.
Oh, fuck, that's not fair! That's not
It's
fair!
gonna
You have
close.
super speed! That's not fair! I can't just teleport food in my... Oh!
Hey, I gotta run a lot because eat a lot because of how much I gotta run. So sorry, I need those extra calories.
Yeah, whatever. You don't think it takes a lot of calories to teleport?
I actually wouldn't know, but that's good to know.
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
make sure
You
we
wouldn't
stock up.
know. And she like crosses her arms and then she's like, "I actually don't know either."
You are a brat.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. And she just like goes back to eating her burgers. She's like, "Remind me to never fucking tell you anything touching again."
You're just gonna giggle.
You giggle and you continue passing out the food, and that will bring us to our scene with Vaughn. All right, Zeit, I should say.
Yeah, I would say Zaya just clicked over a bunch of like those hollow screens that he creates, and like there's several that are just like over social media posts with like either footage he found from the fight with the ID and I that he's just that he's reposting, or like the image with him like using the barbed wire powers to spell out a Z and other stuff. But then you'll notice like the main screen in front of him isn't either of those. It's another delivery app where he's putting down a shopping cart list that includes large screen TV, Roku loaded with educational material, and the last one is actually now up to a Google search, which is where get live cow carcasses.
Turns out there is the university has farm to table services, and there's a whole like agricultural department and a bunch of fields devoted to it where people, if you want to homestead, can literally like homestead and ranch. And you think basically you just find an advertisement for like, come fulfill your dreams of living on a farm, like, and it's advertising for one of the various programs you can sign up for with the university to work on one of these ranch homesteads, essentially. I actually had a straight, easy, quick answer for you because that came up in another Suits game.
But yeah, he's just absentmindedly eating while doing like 3 things at once.
How do you do this whole social media thing? Does it not not hurt your eyes seeing all of that all at once?
Oh, no, like, I'm used to not getting a lot of rest and doing a lot of things at once. Back home, it's usually a 16-hour workday.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. How are you holding up? You got pretty beat up in those past 2 fights. Well, maybe not so much the second one. You okay?
I mean, I'll live if we don't have a third fight. I don't think I can pull any more powers today. I've pulled more powers just today than I usually do in a week.
Yeah, that was some cool Hermit Purple stuff you had going on.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he'll stick around. It's not easy to just reach out and grab powers. It's usually a what you get, but grab bag is always a mystery as he just wiggles his fingers and you see, like, from the drink he still has the, like, water manipulation powers that just works off, like, basic moisture, so you just see it flicking through the air.
It randomly, and you've never had this happen before, it turns to ice.
Think that's a byproduct taste powers. I don't have full control of my nervous system.
Huh, that's cool. Could you, like copy mine? Is that, like, a thing you can do? Can you make it so that people can, like, believe that that's what you do?
Maybe. All I know right now is that I hate doing super speed because if I don't pull super perception, then that's incredible motion sickness and speed blindness. And if I also don't get the super speed that has the kinetic force barrier, I quickly burn through whatever shoes I'm wearing and most of the skin on my feet.
Oh. Yeah, I never thought of that. That would
again,
suck if I didn't have those things.
Yep, again, spear fingers. Take what you can get, but I'm the hero anyone needs me to be, so... You know.
Huh.
But, in this point, like, Zai, like, takes to, again, going back to, like, the usual thing you see with him is how he's just hovering. Like, say you've seen him make contact with most surfaces more than you probably would imagine he's done in a while. But now he's just slowly, like, spinning until he's, like, upside down. He just looks... How are you doing, though? You're doing the whole leader thing, which I didn't think anyone was going to step up for. But you've been doing a lot just today.
Oh, I mean, it's not new to me, but, it's been a while, you know?
Well, if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, same to you. You know, this whole pro hero stuff is kind of alien to me, so if you ever need someone to ground you, strangely enough, I'm probably the most down-to-earth person you could find in all of this.
You're gonna watch he then does the, like, again, just lays out horizontally with his head, with one of his head in one of his hands. And he's just, like, posing, just be like, I actually found this current timeline is the most grounding one I've ever been to. Probably because it has the most hope.
Yeah, tell me about that. How's that been for you?
You'll watch he gets like a kind of far away like look in his eyes as like all the expression kind of leaves him for a second. Then he just kind of like shakes it off, snaps back. Learning experience. Gonna say depressingness. A lot of capitalists, a lot of different timelines. Not very fun.
I mean, yeah, it's already kind of bad here, so I can't imagine.
I mean, yeah, this is the brightest one I've ever found. That's kind of why I wanted to stick around and protect it.
Well, that's sweet of you. It's nice having you around.
Thanks. It's nice being around. As he just like at that point like does an orbit around you.
Well, I need to go get this food to Black Mirror, I think. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
All right, and let me know if you think of anything else to help with giant shark enrichment. As you just watch as he like has his shopping cart open on his app, and he's like rewriting another note to Heatsing that just goes, "For enrichment, again, not my fault."
Big pool. And she's just kind of like walking away.
Put a
You
pin in
watch
it
the
for a
slides.
message.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, you just watch him smack himself in the like forehead, V8 style, and just go, "How did I not think of the pool?" Guess that's why you're the leader.
I'm gonna actually have both of you roll comfort or support on each other.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm angry. There's some liberate anger in there.
You get a. Okay, here's both of you mark potential. It's very odd, Zeit. You would expect to at least get an acknowledgement from Heatsink, right?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah, he starts getting a distracted look on his face.
It's been a few hours actually at this point, because with like the food and the hanging out and the drinks and sweeping up the bar and the conversations, it's getting into the later afternoon at this point.
Zeitgeist at that point would probably notice, be like, "Hey guys, I just realized I left something back in my room I need to go get. I'm gonna just fly on over to the Vigilante House real quick. Also, you're probably gonna want to figure out how you're gonna fit," and just points over to Freddy Chomper, him into the van. One less body though, as you just watch as he floats out, as he floats like just casually until he gets out the door and door closes, at which point he then just shoots up into the air at his top speed and then just starts heading to the Vigilante House worried.
You begin flying to the Vigilante House. Before you get there, I'm going to pass this to Black Mirror and Ryder if there's a scene the two of you want to have.
Certainly. I know.
If not,
Black
no
Mirror-
worries. Just wanted to give you another moment, Skelly.
Oh yeah. Did you have something in mind, for Ryder?
I mean, it was mostly just gonna bring you your food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't have to
I'm
hard frame if it's just like the soft framing of grabbing food. Like it's up to you if you want to have an interaction.
That sounds good. We could probably save it for something back at base, actually.
Okay.
Because I have an idea for at least back at base.
Okay.
Zeitgeist. You are flying over, and you're not too far. Like the Sanctuary Bar is not too far away from Vigilante House. There's just a few buildings in the way that you either have to go over or around. And actually, that's a good question. Which do you do?
Zeit would go over. He's trying to At this point, he's worried, so he's trying to get the most direct way. So up, over, and down.
Actually, I'm gonna go to this one instead. Nope. I think this is better.
I was about to say, oh,
Uh,
that sounded ominous.
No, yeah. You go up and over, and as you go up and over, you're kind of soaring over some of the and you're soaring over some of the buildings and looking in the direction of the Vigilante House, where you see a small trail of smoke. The worry kicking in harder, you speed up, and you arrive just in time to see a a kind of like firing almost machine gun style out of one of the walls of the building, a bunch of ice shards that just kind of like and they like hit a wall on the other side of the building. There's a pause, and as you're kind of landing, suddenly after the ice shards get like shot through one of the walls, that same wall gets blown outward, and you see Cold open, extremely injured, just slam into a wall and collapse on the ground. And stepping out of the new formed hole in the Vigilante House, where there's kind of a little bit of smoke trailing out. Currently holding Heatsink by the like scruff of her hero costume, and then looking up at you is the aforementioned rider that we described earlier. A few lights on the side of their helm just blink white and blue once more as they look up at you, and the two of you make eye contact for the first time. Or I guess not eye contact. You make facial recognition with each other as they turn to look at you.
At which point, I'm going to say Z.I.T.S not even going to try to do his usual like song and dance shtick as he sees one person severely injured, one person unconscious. Now he's just flying straight at them with a fist fully cocked back and like the fist construct going.
They cock their head at you, and then throw Heatsink, and just Heatsink goes sailing off into the distance. What do you do?
Goes straight after Heatsink.
Yep. I roll defend.
Okay. Do.
All right.
Oof.
Heatsink with a defend. You expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation, but that's on a full. That's still on a success. So here's what's gonna happen. I think I'm going to really quickly go through where I think I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna make a. Okay, I'm gonna make you. So this is one of the moves I can make. This is make you pay a price for victory. You may either suggest one, or I can suggest one. Which would you prefer?
I would say you suggest one.
All right. First thing out the gate, you are going to mark another condition, as this is a failure.
Okay.
And it is a failure on a defend. Make them pay a price for victory. You can absolutely catch them before they impact, but if you do, you are... the momentum, the like speed in which they are flying towards one of the buildings, like because they literally got launched, and their body is ragdolling currently, as she kind of doesn't really have the faculties to defend herself. You absolutely can interpose, but you. This is kind of me debating between a couple things. I'm gonna say they're heading towards the corner of a building. And I give you the choice where you can either catch them and you will careen them off and you will hurt yourself more, or the two of you, with you still protecting them, will crash into the building, potentially endangering civilians.
I say Z.I.T would do the thing that interests him more and possibly tries to keep the most people out of it.
Okay. This is going to be kind of a unique consequence, but I'm going to say you catch them. You kind of arcing through the air and the sky. You eventually manage to catch them, and you're kind of sailing through the air with them, like kind of careening, not really balanced. And you slam back first into the ground. You manage to avoid the building, but you don't get your powers up in time to protect. And there's a tear in your jacket. Choose one of your basic powers, and until it's repaired, you don't have access to it.
All right. Then I would say at this point, he probably doesn't have access to his construct hands anymore.
Mm-hmm. I think you catch with the construct hands, and you manage to bring her close, but right as they're like about to deactivate, that color is like flaring on the jacket, and it's as you slam into the ground that you hear that tearing sound happen. And when you try to summon them again, it doesn't work.
All right. What is the rider still doing?
They tossed it. They tossed heatsink like way in the other direction. As you turn back, they are no longer there.
All right. At that point, like Zai will see what's going on. At which point, since he's the only one, even if he's injured, he's the only one fully conscious. He's going to put heatsink in the recovery position as best he can. And then he's heading back inside the Vigilante House to make sure no one else is inside.
You get back to the Vigilante House. You see in the where they were thrown, hit the wall and collapsed to the ground after still unmoving. Cold Open is, still collapsed in the street, unconscious. You look inside through the hole now existing in the Vigilante House, and see that there appears to be no one in here, though the place looks like it's been tossed, as if someone was looking for something.
All right. Zai will do what he can with whatever, probably activating whatever sprinkler system they can with a fire alarm, while also trying to notify authorities. And just make sure that, again, crisis response gets here before this fire spreads to anywhere else. And once he's done with that, he's probably just going to collapse next to heatsink and just try to send a text to Spinner like, shit went down.
I think you get the spinner, you get the text Spinner, but before that, team leader Ryder goes up on your telecommunications device as some sort of emergency services alert has been issued in the area, and you were given the heads up on it. You look at the address, and it is the address to the Vigilante House.
Do I get the text?
Yep, you get the text.
I get
a
the
couple
text.
minutes later.
Yeah, I get the text, and I think I look up at Ryder, and I'm like, Vig House now. And then she just like stands up and she screams and she goes, I fucking hate women. And she like teleports out of the room like immediately, trying to get back to the house as fast as she can.
There's a warping sound as you teleport back. What about black? You see as this is sort of going down, uneven flow sort of cuts off, and their fake air guitar, and hops off the stage, looks over towards Party Animal, who kind of nods and gets into like a low quadrupedal stance, and you all watch as Uneven Flow hops onto his back, and the two of them tear off down towards the Vigilante House. What about Black Mirror and Ryder?
Black Mirror would look toward Ryder and says, I think you can make it there swiftly. I'll get there as soon as I can with the van.
Ryder will look really focused and be like, "You focus on getting there. I'm going to check everywhere around to make sure that whoever did whatever isn't still here."
Okay.
And then she's gone.
You rush back to the Vigilante House, Black Mirror, and you meet up with everyone else. A fire truck from New Sea has driven into the wash and is currently dealing with... It wasn't a major fire, but it did look like there was some sort of small electrical fire. Probably a wire got cut and started burning some simple materials. But it is very swiftly put out. And as the group of you sort of gather yourselves, sort of kicking around the now strewn about interior of the Vigilante House, you find yourselves eventually in Heatsink's office / like living area, where they are currently placed on their bed, still unconscious but breathing, as an EMT is sort of leaned over the bed and is hooking them up to an IV. And while that is happening, outside the Vigilante House and in the area around, we see Ryder doing a sweep. Can you unleash your powers for me, Ryder?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Can I help?
It kind of depends. So the roll will happen regardless on their end. What are you looking to do? Are you looking to just assist, or are you also doing a sweep?
I think I'm also doing a sweep for sure. I think Spinner like would absolutely also, like, she still has the angry condition, and she wants to find whoever did this and like break their head open. So I think she absolutely is also doing a sweep.
I want to use my I'll save you move, which lets me mark your condition, and then I get to roll I get to do as roll as I got a 12 plus, I think.
And is that on defend, or is that on unleash your powers?
Oh, I guess it's defend.
Yeah, it is defend.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'm unleashing my powers then.
Yeah, unless, because this is extending senses in that case.
Okay.
For you, Spinner, you are also doing it, so I'm also just going to have you unleash your powers here.
Okay, do you want to let Ryder roll first and then I roll?
Yeah. We'll have Ryder roll first, and then we'll have you roll. Well, I think from like a visual sense, we see the group of you kind of gather inside the Vigilante House, like with you there, Spinner, and then you turn around, go out the door, head out the front door, and take to the sky. And as you, or not take to the sky, you begin teleporting around. And I think we use that flash transition from you teleporting to Ryder kind of going around a corner. This is it is a failure, but the failure isn't necessarily bad in this case, because here's where's a specific move I can take for this. Where obligations there. Endanger someone from either life, make their lives cross over, put more obligation. I'm gonna give you some choices. The choices I will give you currently are between some Janus moves and some basic ones that I can do. Would you like, I think, would you make sense for this here to be, the failure here to be, more obligations are suddenly put on you? Suddenly an individual from your life in some capacity is in danger? Or I think the last, or just classic reveal, announce between panel threats, which would be the last one, which would be showing you don't succeed and you don't find what you are looking for, but you do find something that hints towards it in the future.
Sorry, can you let me know my options one more time?
Yeah, of course. So it is so more obligations suddenly appear. Someone from your life in some capacity is put in danger, or you get a hint, a revelation as to some sort of threat, but you don't find more than that.
A hint is okay, I
A
think.
hint is okay. Yeah. In this case, I will have Spinner. Can you also roll me and unleash your powers here?
Yes.
9 hit.
Bam.
Nice.
Unstable or temporary. So you find what you're looking for, but you only catch a glimpse of them. And I think that glimpse is what allows Ryder to find some information and some hint. Like, for example, you as you are teleporting around just happen to teleport in front of them, like in front of this other speedster, and it whatever this is, at first you think it's Ryder, right? As something just blasts past you at speed. But then you realize kind of where you are, and when you checked last, Ryder was in the other direction, and they're fast, but you were supposed to be heading in opposite directions. And I give you the choice. You can go get Ryder, or you can keep following, as you have this temporary moment.
Oh man. Oh man. She really, 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 really wants to follow. She really, really, really wants to follow. She really does. And I think she hears Ryder's voice in her head, like what she said earlier, just like, you know, I'm here for you, like you're my friend, like we're a team. And I think it has the opposite effect on her, where instead of going back to like tell Ryder what happened, she's like, no, I need to figure out what happened before anybody else gets hurt. So I think she's gonna follow.
All right. You follow that temporary moment. You look back towards where you know Ryder to be and where you could potentially get them and make that split-second decision to keep following. I'm going to need you to directly engage a threat.
Do you think this threat underestimates me, Leo?
No.
Did you say no?
I said no.
Uh-oh. My danger's only one.
Haha,
I'm in danger. Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Momo, you're the only one that could help here. Do you want to spend your last team to show up?
Yeah, of course
Here's what happens is you go teleport, the last team gets spent, you go teleporting after, and for you, Ryder, here's where here from your perspective, this is what we see is we see Spinner teleport away, and the camera turns to like where the direction they were heading off to, and then full 180 turns back to where Ryder is, and we zoom down that street towards where Ryder, you are doing a sweep and you don't see anything on this side, so you go to the side but Spinner was checking out. And as you get to the other side, you find a series of footprints in the concrete, something extremely fast and with a much heavier step than you makes their way is like heading down the street. Like it is straight up these like large weighty indents in the actual cement. They look weirdly familiar,
Mhm.
and a horrible thought rushes through the back of your head as you begin following them. And with your speed, you just manage to arrive in time. As Spinner, you teleport. You're looking around, and as you're turning, you like look one direction, and as you're turning the other direction, it's like slow motion as the other rider is right there, cocked back, fist is like heading towards your face, and at the last possible second, a hand comes in and catches it as there's a like a sound wave explosion as a extremely fast object meets something moving extremely fast in the other direction. Two impressively powerful riders clash, and I think, Spinner, you get blown back from the sheer force of these two blows hitting each other. As rider, you clash with another rider. And just in time for Spinner. Spinner, I will say, because that makes it a 7. I will make the executive decision. Say you resist or avoid blows there.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
What do you do or say, Ryder, as the two of you like fist meets palm?
Oh. I think like leaning in closer and kind of like pushing the fist back towards them. What did you do?
It isn't what I have done.
Cock their head.
But what I still have yet to do.
When you talk like this and just punch, going for a punch immediately.
Directly engage a threat.
That's an 11.
That's an 11. What are your choices here? As you know the basic move.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to pull it up again.
On a 10+, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I will say, if you create an opportunity for your allies, it is an opportunity for Spinner to escape here.
Yeah, I think that's the first one for sure. And then, yeah, I guess avoid their blows. Like I don't want to be hit by them.
Mm-hmm.
I just want a clean hit.
Yeah. So there's a series of like the two of you meeting blow for blow, catching each other's hits as the two of you are like toe for toe as they back up for a second and they say,
"Still capable. Deal with the auxiliary first."
And as they like almost speed around you, going for Spinner once more, and you get it's them going for a hit on someone else that gives you that moment to get a hit in on them, and that is the opportunity for you and Spinner to get out of there. As you clash fists with what you know to be probably the most dangerous combatant you've ever faced.
Yeah, I think I just grab Spinner and run.
You grab Spinner and run right as from the rubble. They got like sent through a half abandoned like building by the docks. And from the rubble, you see them like pulling out of it, like standing to a full height. And where you landed the hit, it's actually cracked some of the rider mask. And you see like servos and gears and like teeth kind of pulled back as the skin is stretched, and you catch a horrible glimpse of what is under that mask. And that's where we're going to pick up next time as you speed back towards the Vigilante House.
I wasn't joking about not being ready for another fight.
I feel like I almost died.
Um,
The crash out for this one is going to be fucking legendary.
Woo! Yeah. Next session, we are going to pick up with the next day. Like, on the next day, we will quickly run through what everyone's evening is like, but we will be starting the following morning.
So I say, I
Ooh,
think
baby.
most of our evening is spent at urgent care.
Mhm.
Lamau.
Yeah, I imagine Spinner like barely able to keep up with the you only saw like I think a frame. Like it was one of those like really diabolic like anime impact frames from like when the villain is about to do some real fucking evil shit. So I think you just got that one impact frame right before it hit you. Ryder comes in, and then there was a second one as it went for a second hit on you right before Ryder got the counter.
Evil. Yeah, the crash out's gonna be so big.
But thank you all for being here. Thank you, players. Thank you, Vaughn, for hosting. Oop, wrong one.
We have to do the wrap up.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
We do. Vaughn, you got this? You want me to do that side?
I thought we were talking about the wrap up for going over.
Oh
tea
yeah,
stuff.
session.
Yeah.
Session
Yeah,
wrap
leveling
up.
stuff,
I'm just writing something down.
You're good. You got a lot to work with right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Woo. We'll go down the list real quick. Z.I.T. Closer, image, further.
I think closer.
You got it. In which case, explain why, and then the usuals for closer, which are, I believe, get rid of a. Clear conditioner, mark potential.
Okay. I will clear condition because I am collecting conditions and have not been under 2 for I want to say 4 of our 7 sessions. But yeah, thank you.
As y'all did directly engage a threat, you did get 1 teamwork back.
Yippee!
Alrighty, sounds good. All right, then you, Momo, our writer.
Yeah. I think it's grow closer, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would give influence to Spinner for sure. With that.
I already have
Um,
influence.
Well, then I don't know who else to. So.
If you have
Um,
influence over, if you have influence over a teammate and you would gain influence over them again, immediately shift one of their labels up and another labels down. Your choice.
Can I see your sheet, Momo? Is that a thing I can see? It is not.
no.
Do you have any stats at 3 that cannot be shifted?
Yeah, mundane.
I'm gonna shift your savior up and your superior down.
Fuck. Okay.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry you
a-
saved me, but I feel like you're not really feeling superior because that guy almost kicked your shit in.
Hey!
Hey man, it's not easy being hero of justice.
I have a -2 in superior and a +2 in savior now.
Hey, you're a good savior.
I guess so.
Yeah, anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna mark potential, which means I level up.
Nice. All right. Spinner.
Grow closer, Ryder. I'm marking potential. You can shift my label since you would get influence again.
Yep, you now get to shift Punky's labels.
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna shift your danger up and your superior down.
You fool. Why would you do this? You fool.
Yeah, what did I do? What did I do?
I use superior in lieu of danger! No! Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. My danger's higher, so technically it's not terrible, but oh man.
Listen, that's assess the situation and provoke someone.
I have littlest. Technically, I guess it's good because the guy did not underestimate me. I guess. Yeah.
Wow, it's almost like they have a dossier on you and your abilities.
I doubt it. Why would they have something like that? That wouldn't make any sense.
Why the fuck would they have that?
Yeah, that'd be fucking weird.
It'd be fucking weird.
I have some words for suits.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, our Black Mirror.
I would say I grew close to the team.
Yeah. Who made you feel welcome?
Funny enough, because I think I've traded most of the back and forths with my party. I'd like to give influence potentially to Trey.
Yeah. How did that make you feel welcome as part of the team?
Maybe I could appreciate things on a less clinical level someday. And that means appreciating other parts of my team that aren't just superhero functions. That sort of
Yeah.
What do I change? Would I take that one? I forget.
You get go not image of yourself. If you're growing closer to the team, you either get to clear a condition or mark potential.
I'll clear. You know, I'm gonna clear insecure. That'll leave
And
me with
mark
just
that
angry.
Trey has influence over you.
Yeah. Is it
It's
Tray
reverse peer
or
pressure.
Trey? How is their name spelled? Is it Tray or Trey?
Actually, that's a good question. I think it's EY.
You got it.
Written down here. It's actually just TRE.
Oh, Trey, you got it.
It is short for a longer name.
I also just realized with the people we left at the bar, the van ride back would have been Black Mirror, Patty, and Freddy.
Yep. That's such a good drive back.
That was a party animal.
No, party animal. Uneven flow hopped on party
That's
animal's
right,
back.
that's right, that's right,
And
and they
got
ran.
ridden there. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm imagining both Patty and like Freddy in the back seat with him taking up 97% and her squished against the door.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for us today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see here. I've got to find someone for us to raid. So, let's go in reverse order this time. Punky, where can people find you? Or not find you?
Hey, what the hell? I'm being bullied. People can pretend to find me on my channel, which is twitch.tv/punky_o_o. I say pretend because I don't stream there yet. I'm still not quite finished setting things up. I'm a perfectionist for better or worse. They will be done soon, I promise. It'll be like two-ish weeks. Um, if you want to know exactly when I'm going live and going to debut, and it'll be a really fun stream, and I'm probably gonna try to go all day when I do that, you might want to head on over to my Blue Sky, which is at Punky PUN-KI, for updates. You can find me here every other Sunday for Suits. You could find me Mondays on Leah's channel for miscellaneous stuff. Usually playing a game, sometimes just working on things. Tuesdays, you can find me here again for Paper Mario Cosmic Caper Season 2. On Wednesdays, you can find me on Gaius Ghostpaw's channel for the Gunk Tank, where we play Barotrauma, me, Leah, Gaius, and some other fun folks. And then on Saturdays, every other Saturday, you can find me at Tix Tixel's channel for The Lost and the Found. We're on a little bit of a hiatus since our next session doesn't work out for a couple folks. It's going to be about 3 weeks before we can meet again. But again, follow me on Blue Sky. I always tweet out when I'm going live. And I'm going to start tweeting out schedules and stuff. So keep an eye out for that too. Other than that, you're looking pretty thirsty, so you should drink some water, you should break some rules, and you should read some more freaking comics and be reminded how cool Writer is and how similar to Flash they are, because Absolute Flash kind of rips. Yeah, and I guess are we going backwards? Should I throw it to someone? Should I not throw it to someone?
World's your oyster.
Throw it to whoever your heart desires.
I'm throwing it to Molly because that was too good of a transition.
Rue.
Hi, I'm Momo, Molly, or Retro Spectacles. I am here every other Sunday as Holly, or your writer. You can find me on Blue Sky at Retro Spectacles, where I draw and do cool nerdy shit. Who's left?
Everyone besides me or
Skelly go?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone?
I think Skelly and I, and then Vaughn is at the end.
Okay, then I'll pass it to Leah.
I am Leah, aka Amusing Thalia. You can find me at various places at Amusing Thalia for various things. I like playing games with friends or running other TPT RPGs, like more Suits, because we got my pristine crew on Mondays. We are reaching a crux in that game as stuff is really starting to get rolling. So if you want to see where that's going, you can always check us out there. Otherwise, we're wrapping up Cos Doors on Fridays, and then I'm putzing around on other channels. Many of them have been aforementioned. But I will now pass it to the one, the only, Skelet Alpha.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's me, Scaly Alpha. I do lots of, I can be found in Twitch and Blue Sky under the same names. I do lots of art, lots of tabletop junk, especially like doing prep streams and the like. And also lots of Minecraft and like multiplayer games. I'm still working on I'm hastily in the backdrop making, a schedule for next week since I didn't have anything really planned since I was gonna be in surgery, but I'm gonna have to push it back a week or two due to the sick. I'll be calling the surgeon tomorrow morning to find out exactly when, and I'll make sure to update everybody. But for now, streams continue. And with that, I'll pass it over to Vaughn.
Why, thank you, Skelly. Hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn, over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar. Yeah, got a lot going on this week. We've got, again, Return to the Cosmic Caper on Tuesday, so look forward to that, because we might have just found, some villains, possibly for our arc or from a previous arc, who knows. But besides that, then you can also look forward to us, getting up to some goblin shenanigans, or goblining some shenanigans. We're inside the goblin base in Baldur's Gate 3. You should check us out as we play in characters are Saved by the Spell characters. But with that out of the way, speaking of Saved by the Spell, and because they're connected to just about every one of our streams, why don't we raid our good friend and composer, One Wily is Willie, who's playing a, from the looks of it, very heavily modded version of one of the Legend of Zelda games.
Cool.
So, what should our Ray message be?
I have one. I have one because I like ear leafed it like when you said it. Giant shark enrichment.
A giant shark enrichment. Yep. All right. Thank you all for coming out. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.